Welcome to another Getting Fresh Air adventure. We hope you stick around to see this full video as we explore around and trail ride for 55 miles around the Blue Ridge Wildlife Management Area. As we always like to do to orient you where we are in this video, the Blue Ridge Wildlife Management Area is located in north central Georgia, almost equally between LJ and Helen. This area is also known for Springer Mountain, which is the southern terminus to the Appalachian Trail. Our 55-mile route is indicated here in blue, and we started and exited at the most southern point. Most of this trail was mainly Forest Service roads, county dirt roads, a little bit of actual trail roads, and then there's a small portion as indicated here that was actual paved roads to complete the loop. Another interesting point I'd like to point out is that the multicolored route at the top of this picture is the actual Georgia Traverse. So our blue loop here around the Blue Ridge Wildlife Management Area could be a great alternate or addition to your Georgia Traverse route. If you're new here, welcome to Getting Fresh Air, and to all of our subscribers and return visitors, thanks for watching our videos. And just a reminder, just like with all of our videos, be sure to check the description because we always put a lot of links in there so you can do additional research on your own after viewing the video. We did the loop counterclockwise, and as you can see from the video, on this day it was very rainy, and as we get on into some higher elevation, we got into the fog and clouds a little bit. We did air down for this ride, not because of the technicality of the trail, but more for just the riding comfort, because some of the areas were washboarded pretty good and made for a rough ride. In this area where we got into the fog or the low clouds, you do actually get up to around 3,000, maybe slightly over 3,000 feet along this route. And just like with all exploring, you always come across those random things, like this pig farm somewhat out in the middle of nowhere that kind of gave off that Robert Pickton vibe. Or you can find dedications like this. This ride was over Veterans Day weekend, and this small town had veteran dedications for people that we found all the way down to World War I up to the current conflicts. So in the most northwestern part of the loop, you do come across a stretch that's maybe 4 or 5 miles long, where you do get off Forest Service roads, off the county roads, and onto an actual trail that's a little bit skinnier, has a few creek crossings, a few larger mud puddles, but even with this, it was still probably the most challenging part of the loop, but it was still very easy and nothing to be concerned about. Hey, we got a random emergency supply box out in the middle of the woods here, and now it's decorated with a Getting Fresh Air sticker. So here's a question I have for you. So if you live in that area, or if you have knowledge of this area, the Blue Ridge Wildlife Management Area, we came across a lot of camping sites. Some actually had numbers on them, so we assumed that if they're marked like that you have to have some sort of reservation or possibly a permit or something. But then there was a lot of dispersed camping throughout the loop that wasn't numbered, so we think it's truly free dispersed camping. So if you have knowledge of how to camp in this area, in the Blue Ridge Wildlife Management Area, we'd love to hear some of your input down in the comments below. And here's some of those trials and tribulations you go through on a muddy, rainy day as you're trying to stick your arm out to get those camera shots. Well, most of the leaves were off the trees by this point in time around the loop. We did come across spots here and there, like right here, where the leaves were still looking very good in their fall colors. Alright, that wraps up this trail ride. It's always great to get out there and get some fresh air, see some new things, and explore around in the woods. We hope this gave you a good insight to an easy loop around the Blue Ridge Wildlife Management Area, and you get a chance to do it sometime. If you're from this area or have explored around in this area, we'd love to hear some of your comments and input. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to continue following along with the adventures, we'd love to have you as a subscriber. And until next time, we'll see you out there getting fresh air.